Peace, love, and light, y'all. Shalom is Grand Mercurian day, Grand Mercurian night. Got a partial moon now. Day 720. Also the day the prophet over dry leaf pads. They you want to pay honors to him, even on his, on his birthday, and even on the day he passed. I'm doing this video because it's 720, and I know my video is called 720 State of Mind, and I do the 720 degrees of overstanding videos. This is really not gonna be. This ain't gonna be part 4, the 720 degrees overstanding. I don't know what I'm gonna title this one, but it's gonna probably have 720 and something. Come up with some type of title. 720 gonna be in there. 720 special, 720 edition, something like that. Really like making these videos. A lot of stuff coming together for me. Really finna get to the point to where I'm gonna get real comfortable and I'm gonna start putting some money, putting these videos up on ads. What drove me and pushed me to just go on here and start making these videos and just don't keep me discouraged no matter how many views I got. Cause I can do promotion, I can always tag all my friends on Facebook, but I don't always necessarily do that. But I could start doing it. One thing about it, people gonna watch it. But main thing, I got a lot of people I meet in person, and I always tell them, I make them subscribe to my page and things of that nature. Tell them to subscribe to me. I'll probably start doing it though. I probably am gonna start tagging a lot of my friends or whatever. Kind of boost it up, turn it up a little more. There's been a lot going on. One thing I want to address. There's a lot of people out here faking spirituality and stuff. And you can't fake it. Like, I can't really say you can't. I'm not gonna say that a person can't fake, because one thing, like a sister mentioned on my page earlier, spirituality is more so about you being yourself, to the fullest. And honest to know with Lee, one of the things he said is, be yourself more. You know what I'm saying? And he said, if you don't do nothing else, study yourself. When you get done, study self. You know what I'm saying? Study yourself. That's what you want to do. Studying yourself is part of knowing yourself. And also, low key, know yourself to the T. You can be yourself. So, one of them things. I'm doing the video in the truck, kind of like I did my first few videos. A lot of stuff been going good for me. I found a lot of good, healthy connections on things. Met a lot of great minds, connecting with great minds, even on this Facebook page. A lot of stuff going good. I got some more that I reached out, more that's been reaching out to me, chopping it up with me, pretty much just congratulating me on what I do and just, giving respect to my perspective. And it's a lot of brothers on my Facebook page that I give a lot of respect to, and sisters as well. There's a lot of people on my page that got knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because I try not to be on Facebook, and I'm still doing the phone fast thing, because I could always get my phone on. Because at one point in time I had 2 phone lines. I ain't got no contract phone like that, but I got 2 phone lines though. I was working 2 phones or whatever. long story short, I kind of went on the phone phase, more so from the touchscreen phones because, you know, I know that they saying they're trying to turn up these towers, but even just the phone phase just kind of helped me keep my energy like straight because, you know, a lot of people do a lot on social media and it's cool and it's all right. You gotta take the good with the bad. So I ain't gonna just too much necessarily just attack what people do on social media. But me just being on my vibration, I can just tell when people just they kind of take this stuff as it's a fashion show, you know, about what they know and things of that nature. And my perspective is, you know, why not focus on what's the biggest problem? You know, regardless of what a person is, whether they're Nation of Islam, Hebrew Israelite, Buddhist, Muslim, monk, whatever you are, classification is always gonna be the problem. And shout out to David Straight, a European brother that I watch. I seen his video on Brother Toriano's website on one of his folders. You know, and even though he's a European, he break that information down real good. You know, if a person wanted to come at the situation from a Christian perspective. And as I always talk about, paperwork gonna forever be important. You can't just never knock like the paperwork, like regardless of what you're saying. Like it's just how it go. It's just how it go though. I want to just do this video right here. As I said though, just kind of honest to the prophet. It's 720. It wouldn't be right if I just didn't do some type of video, you know, on 720. I'm probably gonna call this a 720 short film, something of that nature. I started a series yesterday called Codified Crayola Classifications. I'm gonna start a little series on that. I'll be talking about them. Be talking about peer classifications. I'm gonna go to some of the probably U.S. codes or probably some of the things the Europeans passed. Then I'm gonna talk about why, in correlation to that, I'm gonna talk about why what the prophet brought is important. I want to read some of Noble Drew Ali prophecies. Let me share my screen in just a second. Well, I hope everybody has a good day where you at, no matter where you're in the South Norris, not South Norris, but and what I was going to say. Hope y'all having a good day. So I started out saying, hope everything going good for everybody. Hope your energy on a good level. There's a lot going on out here. Money, banks closed in certain counties. I mean, not counties, countries. Certain banks closed in certain spots. A lot of different little stuff going on. But I want to talk about what the prophet had brought. Talk about his prophecy, some of the things he said, some of the things that you can see now. And I also speak on some of the mishaps in the movement, because it's a lot of mishaps in the so-called Moorish movement. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to speak on it. You know, everybody got this little thing where they want to just be right all the time. And a person ain't gonna always be right. That's just how they go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Share my screen. Prophet foretold a lot of things. And people be wondering, like, how do people sit up here and, like, you know, people that's like non-believers, they be like, how can a person know this and that? All you gotta do is know the laws of the universe, and all you gotta do is know the nature of man, the mentality, how man move, like what vibration they on. Right here, Moorish Science Temple of America. What is Moorish Science? Canaanite Moabites Moors. Islam was founded by the Moors. You are not black people. Moorish myths and misconceptions. The seven apostles for this age. A message to the new Moors coming in. What is a Moor? Marcus Garvey, the heartbreak of Noel Drawley. Marcus Garvey is part of Black Wall Street. If I'm not mistaken, which was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you know what Oklahoma is, you know Oklahoma in the South, right? But our ancestors, they had their own banking system going. That's what was going down. And one thing about a nation, if you want to come up as a nation of people, we all got to be on one accord financially, running banks, coming together, running banks, whatever the case may be, we got to be on one accord. One mind, one body, one spirit, one soul. You know, your body is a temple. You got the Moorish Science Temple. Your body is a temple. You know, your mind is a temple. You got the temple brain in your space. You know, you got the temple in your head, the real temple. But, you know, your body is a temple also. Got to understand this stuff. It's not too hard. It's not hard at all. All this stuff is important because you have to understand your connection to nature, as I say, how you connect it energetically, element wise, how you connect it through elements. The elements we made up, being stardust, being nine ether, which is three types of gases. The sun been hot, everything speeding up. You know, we all connected to that. So it's like, how could I be Negro, black, or color when I got a connection to the sun? Nature is telling me who I am. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. Let me see. These are some of the prophets. Let me see. If you doubt that I am a prophet, watch my prophecies. Prophet Noble Drawley. Some of the sayings may have come from others who claim to be the prophet Noble Drawley, especially the quotes without the name of the person citing the prophet. Right. These are just some quotes. Some of them, I'm gonna start at 4. You know, prophet say, I'm going to stop the European from thinking and start you Moors to thinking for your own good. You can see that now. These people think they got some sinister plots. They think they super bad guys, and they think they moving so secretive. But this stuff always starts to slip out. If you got people in the South, get them out because that is where the destruction is going to start. That's what it said. For the various lynchings, the Holy Prophet told the Moors for the various lynchings and murders that was committed in the South is going to pay off in blood. All right. Brother J. Foster of Temple 4 and 25 said, the Holy Prophet will say, every word that I speak is spirit, and you Moors had better heed. All right. Brother Foster Bay. Bro J. Foster Bass, Assistant Grand Sheik of Temple 25 and a member of Temple 4 1920 said, the Holy Prophet said, when the fires come, I will be the water. When the fires come, I'll be the water. That's what he said. Morris saw and heard the Holy Prophet said that he said, what are all these people doing here? There's only going to be a handful saved. I can count them on my fingers and have fingers left over. And they let you know. It's just like in the Bible, you read the Bible and the scripture say, many are called, few are chosen. If it's billions of people, think of it like this. If it's billions of people in the world, right? There's billions of people in the world. We know that. And they say only 144,000. Let's just say, go with the Bible. And it's only gonna be 144,000 that's saved. Think about that ratio. Like, that's a big ratio. Like, when you think about that. All right. Let me see. This prophecy right here. 13, bro, Jay Bakley Bay said that the Holy Prophet Noah Joe Ali said one day every wheel of the industry is going to stop. And it seems like we coming into at that point now. And when they start up again, it will be in the Asiatic space. All right. These are some of the things that he said. Let's say something about white women, European women. All right. Bro Payton Bay of Temple 4 and 25 said that the Holy Prophet said one day your biggest problem won't be getting it with the European women, it will be fighting them out. Could you imagine such a statement in the 1920s when they were killing so-called black people for eating wishing that so-called white woman up until the 1950s? Now look today, it is common to see the European woman the Moorish men. And I'm gonna say something on that. I'm gonna leave the quotes up. You know, in case a person watch this video, they can read, you know, the ones that they see. All right. Just the thing. If people understand, I got the 720 perspective concept from reading the Holy Chapters to Dr. Malachi York. And all this don't make sense of why I'm saying this and I'm starting this out. I got that concept reading the Holy Chapters from Dr. Malachi York. Okay? 360 degrees. The spiritual, which is the circle, the spirit. And then you got another 360 degrees, which is the body, the physical, which is the square. 720. And it's all 9. 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. 7 plus 2 plus 0 equals 9. Anything 9 multiplied to, the sums can get broken down and add back into 9. Anything that 9 adds into, the sum comes right back. I mean, but not the sum comes back, but whatever the 9 added into, it comes right back. Like 9 plus 6 is 15, but 1 plus 5 equals 6, right? So yeah. Or 9 plus 7 is 16, but 1 plus 6 equals 7. Stuff like that. So I say all that to say, you know, when I read the Holy Tablets, my perspective on the Europeans, the big head scientist theory, is real deep, because when you understand the situation, how, you know, they say they got grafted or whatever, and how things, you know, escalated. We had to civilize them, and then they eventually got to wandering across the, you know, the world, nations, dominate, taking, crusade, colonize, whatever you want to say, going on their little missions of what they was doing. Would they help us some of our own? Because I feel like, me personally, Europeans ain't that strong to me. It's always got to be, it's an inside job. Anytime something falls, it's always something from the inside. That's why it's always good to start stuff with your family first. If you can keep your family together, y'all can maintain y'all community to stay on one accord. Because right now, families breaking up. You know what I'm saying? If you can stay on one accord, do that, because families rule the world. All right. But with the European thing, you know, we royal. We come from the cosmos. I'm not gonna say everybody come with the cosmos. A lot of people got avatars, but you know, the chosen. You know, and you know, we 9 ether beings, we energetic beings, we connect to everything. We can stay outside in the sun, no matter if it's 100, probably 20 degrees, because the sun been hot lately. And I be out there in it. The sun do feel different. But if you eating right, it ain't gonna affect you as bad. But you know, all that good stuff. Anytime now, when you think about the Europeans, how they was genetically spliced, and how they was a part of a long few hundred some year experiment, right? You know, and you know, because this is real deal. This is what really happened. And you sit up here and you think about how the women playing to our men. Sometimes the men claim, yeah, the women, their women claim us more as men. You don't see too many black women going to a European guy, but you got a lot of that out here. But you see most of like the European women coming to the melanated male because you got to understand that they're like three. If you want to break it down, they're like 3/3. They're like a third of us. Like let's just break it down to 3/3 of 33s, 33, 66, 99. You know what I'm saying? We would be 99. A mixed person would probably be like 66, something like that. And then you probably got them, the Europeans, which is the 33. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to a brother about this stuff, you know, and we was talking about how the Euros, how they pretty much came up and how they took over, you know, their trickery, deceit, stuff like that. Then we were sitting up there talking about it, and I had thought about when I watched the Big Head Scientist video, and it's in the tablets too, and they was talking about how the Europeans used 120 degrees of trigonometry. 1 + 2 + 0 = 3. So that's like a third of 360. Because if you think about it, 120, 120, and 120 equals 360. But then, like I was talking about a mixed person being like a 60 to being 240 is 120 and 120. 2 + 4 + 0 = 6. So it's just like it ain't. You can just take. It's like a fun. Like I'm just kind of having like a little. I ain't gonna say I'm having fun with, but I'm kind of just like kind of freestyling. Like you know what I'm saying. Just like kind of throwing out an example theory, like an example theory. Like you know, let's call it that. All right. Anytime you see that, that is them trying to stay alive, connect to our life force. Because you know, you got to be the life force. You know, they don't necessarily mean that they gonna stay alive. They might still have some complications, but you mix your energy with them. That's probably what's going on. You see these shows with these royal families. They had European daughters, European daughters marrying black men, or they have a black woman marrying a white man. Like you know, let's some Serena Williams, they married Prince Harry, shit like that. They get pregnant by him, have a baby. So they put a trust behind that baby. All right. Let's say let's say that they start a trust behind their child, you know, go to work and inherit a lot of stuff. But you know, let's say just because that baby got some of that melanated blood that it can access, you know, male or female, their child when they get older, it can go inherit other trusts just because they got the bloodline. Let's just say them trusts required to show that you know you have some of the blood of their family to even make a claim on what you claim. It gets that deep. Then you have situations to like where people put insurance on kids, or people adopt kids, put insurance on insurance grow big. You hear about the child, it sound fucked up. Mysteriously, goddamn, coming up dead in a house fire, stuff like that. It's stuff like that. It get that deep. People don't want to look into it, but it's seriously like that, and that's how it goes, and that's how you have to look at it. And you notice that a lot of like when you watch the movie Get Out, you notice that sometimes if a melanated brother not just woke, or even if he is or whatever, you sit there and you notice that they energy don't be the same. You know what I'm saying? It don't be the same after they mix their energy with them. It's like a vampirism, like their energy get drained. You know what I'm saying? Say like a black brother, this nigga a good dude, man. He have a baby by a European chick or whatever, right? And then you know, shit work out and they get into it, and then the white girl family start calling this guy out his name and stuff like that, and then they eventually have some bad blood. That's the type of shit that I'm not saying it always happen, but that's the risk of it. But I say all that to say all that is a trick of them trying to once again parasite, stay alive like vampires do. Some type of way, keep themselves connected some type of way, lawfully, legally. People don't look at it like that deep. I look at it like that deep. Like I really do. Like, yeah. Like if I was to meet a European girl and consider talking to her on some funny, just giving the example, I ask like, hey, look, you know I seen Get Out. I ain't trying to be funny or nothing like that, but I seen Get Out. Like, your family ain't no Klansman or no Knights of Templar or 32nd, 33rd degree Shriners or nothing like that. Cause I'm on all that. You sure they ain't in the Skull and Bones Skull and Bones Society, nothing like that. And I'm not knocking all that stuff or whatever because some of the orders I just named, I can't really just speak on them, but I just be having to know because I know all them orders don't be on it, but I just have to just throw that out there to confuse them just to let them know like play it off like I'm playing, but let them know like I'm really with the shit. I understand that it's a lot of this shit going on. And I know that all them different societies ain't, well, I can't say what they do. I can't really just say what I'm just saying. Though. I know it's that type of shit. And I know them, you got them darker orders that do darker shit. The information that get leaked out ain't no fake information. So can't nobody just come out and just tell me, oh, well, how would you know that's really true or nothing like that? It's fucking true. Like you can't do nothing and the universe won't expose you. Like that's just how it goes. But that's just one of those things, said speaking on when the prophet said that one day you're gonna have to worry about the European women, you're gonna have to worry about chasing them, man. It's got like that over time, you know. I done had my share in my lifetime. I don't know serious shit. I ain't got no kids. I'm 30 years young. But I done had my share in my lifetime. I'm not gonna sit there in front about it. But, never get that deep. Never got that deep with them is what I meant to say. All right, this next prophecy. Sister MTXL of Temple 9 said that the Holy Prophet said, when the Europeans go back to Europe, the climate will go back to what it used to be. The climate in the United States at one time was tropical climate before the Europeans came here. That's the Sister MTXL said that the Holy Prophet told the Muslims that before the Europeans came here to North America, that bananas was large and the grapes were four in hand. It took two men with hand sticks to carry one bunch of grapes. See Christian Bible at Numbers 13:23, the same description for Cain. Okay. The Holy Prophets told the Moors that when destruction comes, I'm gonna leave enough fine buildings so that my good Moors will be able to enjoy them. All right. Another one he said, Booker T. Bay, Grand National Treasurer, said that the Holy Prophet said the European would not be able to remove all the wealth from the land. After he go back to Europe, mountains of gold will be revealed to the Moors. Brother B. Jones, L. Temple 43, heard the Holy Prophet say, children, you are just plain rich. And we are. And that's true because when you hear people talking about trust and stuff of that nature and having bonds, and anybody that's in that understands this information knows exactly what I'm talking about because it's the most talked about stuff now for people who watch people like Yusuf Hill or get on the page and the movie and whatever. That's a lot. It's a lot that talked about it. I mean, it's not nothing bad, but that's what's talked about. Like, if you that deep into that information, then you understand like all that stuff. And all of us good information. Everybody get their contributions though. But I say all that to say like it's like people is like people do have minor estates that they don't claim, and it's a big game going on out here. And this is why I always go back to it. Classification, status correction, standing, taking over all three jurisdiction, land, air, and water, which is titles, deeds, whatever, personal titles and stuff like that. Deeds, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your property, putting your property in trust, having you a trust, and having your own contract of business or something in affairs, and probably making your trust or something contract with the business, or you know what I'm saying, some type of way, coming up with some type of agreement or whatever. Like I've been studying some stuff. Like I've been studying some stuff, not even from just like watching wars, like on the state, how to get LLCs and make your trust on them and stuff like that, like from this strictly European people or something like that. They talk straight about that. Like when they say we are rich and we have like we rich, like that's true. but you have to claim these things. And this is why paperwork will always be important. And this is why status and nationality will always be important. It will always be important because if you're a Negro, Black, or colored, and if you don't claim yourself, you don't come up with a title to line yourself up with your ancestors, people, come on, you can't claim these things. You have all these things through your ancestors. Our ancestors, I'm not gonna say all of them, but the ones who put in their work, the ones who had the knowledge of this stuff, they did what they had to do. I always remember, people, kingdoms, empires, dynasties, no matter what they title it, synonymous to a trust. That's all it is. It's all it is. It's about trust. You know, hold on. Is it in here? Let's see. Mm. But yeah, this is why this stuff is important, though, man. You don't claim the name of your forefathers or foremothers, you will not be able to inhabit this stuff. I like this right here. Bro Jake LeBay said that the Holy Prophet told the Moors, it will take 50 years to find out what I brought you. And if you are not careful 50 years after I'm gone, you won't know that I have been here. I don't know if it was this. Something about the prophet. He said, express your trust. And express trust is kind of like your contract, like between you and God. And I'm trying to think of a mad way. That's why I love more signs, like the overstanding of it. Like no matter how you try to put it, more signs is so 360 and so 720 and 9 etheric, like the Dr. York, like for him to even title his tribe a nation of Moors. You know, the what was it, the Yamasee Great Nubian tribe, what is it, the Great Nubian Yamasee Cherokee Moors or something like that. Something like that. But they let you know how deep that stuff was. And I think like I got some feedback from somebody who's been around a long time. Because Dr. York's teachers has been is very it's fluent for sure. Like I'm just saying I don't know when he came, but I know when I got on to him, it was a lot of people talking about him and his information was very fluent. But I got word from a brother that told me that the main thing, uh, one of the things that messed Dr. York up was he didn't have some of the stuff on record. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, some of it, our ancestors make mistakes, but his work is good. What he was talking about is good. For him to come up with those tablets and scrolls that have pictures of people is important. But for him to also mention the prophet, and like I say, title, you know what I'm saying, his tribe, title him a tribe of Moors, is to let you know how deep this info. And I say all that to say, that's why I love this stuff, because you can apply more science to anything. All right. But I was gonna say, I'm so deep into stuff and understanding this trust and stuff and understanding all this. I'm trying to figure out a way to uh administrate like my natal chart into like a trust, you know what I'm saying? Like use my natal chart to reference what I'm talking about in correlations and get deep with that, get that deep with it, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put it in these people's faces though. But that trust is very important to understand the trust, understand the trusteeship, understanding trust indentures, a lot of different stuff. All that stuff is important. And that's why I say I appreciate everybody who in the movement, no matter what they talk about, they on the boards tip, or they just on straight commercial tip, whatever, I appreciate the contributions, but over time I done met people who had all of it all at once, you know what I'm saying? And I'm tired with some good masterminds, and I thank the universe and the cosmos for that. But yeah, but back to what I was saying about the European thing and them connecting. This is why all this stuff is important, though. And this is why we're not supposed to intermingle with nations. Shout out to brother Aki Justice, man. It's a brother on my Facebook page named Aki Justice. I think think he said he studied in the Nation of Islam, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to him though, because he was talking about in the Bible, he was talking about the book of Tree of Life. Talking about the garden. We weren't supposed to eat from a certain tree. And when I think about the tree, this is deep, y'all. I think about the tree. The prophet said every nation must worship under its own divine fig tree. I'm pulling up the Psalm 7. I'm freaking finding that verse. Because I believe it was in that. It was in the Psalm 7. I think it was in religion. But when you think about that Garden of Eden, though, and you think about the Book of Life, you think about the Book of Life and Death. I mean, not the tree. I'm sorry about that. I said that wrong. I apologize. When you think about the tree of life, the tree of life, and the tree of knowing the good and evil, like it's like okay. We say the tree of life, but the tree of life be like, a nation that's, divinely established, was God is the head of that government. And then when you think about the tree of knowing of good and evil, would it be like what that tree represent? I'm not saying this what it is, it's just like a thought. Because the prophets say we almost worship on our own I'm finna pull it up, bro. Own divine fig tree. Every nation must worship on its own divine fig tree, and the tree represents a nation. Because it's, let me see, it's 5 things that make, what it says, 5 things that make a nation. It's free national name, constituency, religious creed, a flag, and what is, like I said, free national name, constituency, religious creed, a flag, and land. Right? Flag represents a nation. Like you see a lot of you might see certain flags with a tree on it. Some referring to nature. God made all of us from the dirt. You know Bible that. Bible. I ain't got no Christian mentality, but I understand the esoterics of the Bible. A lot of people that want to bash the Bible, they ain't got the esoteric understanding of going to the cold stuff. But understand the Bible, connect and trust them. The Bible is connected and trust people. I'm telling you this stuff from 720 dish. All right. Let's say right here. Wait. No, they don't know what right here. Genesis 2, verse 7. And God and the Lord God formed man of dust of the ground, breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. We are souls, all right? We are souls, definitely. But I'm just saying though, from the ground, talking to flesh, all right? Our body, our avatar is, that's what it is. It's an avatar. It's like a vehicle for your soul or your light body and, your soul, spirit, however you want to put it. Okay. So you understand this stuff. That's like, it gives you an understanding of like how we are connected to everything and also why this information is important. And why, like, because think about it, like we came from the dirt. If he created a nation of people from the dirt or from dust, if no people stay in union with God, that's a nation. Think about it, like why would like in the Bible would it say like like when you say the prophet went and got the scroll from the angel that had his foot standing with 1 foot on the land, 1 foot on the sea, 1 foot on the land and 1 foot in the sea. And he ate it. And he told him that he must go prophesy about many nations again, or go prophesy to many nations again. Many nations. And this is what I be saying. people that got the mentality of division don't never understand, like, bro, just because somebody is like this religion or they're from this nation or that nation, that doesn't mean like they super bad. That's their form of worship. And that's why in the Bible you hear verses like God saying he got many names, different tones, you know what I'm saying, different languages, different derivatives of different languages. You know, like you got language, like you might have a language, but that language might have like 4 or 5 subsections, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting at. Like we all, no matter what whatever it is, we all come from nature. And that's why you can't be Negro, black, colored, African American, no classifications, none of that stuff. But you got to understand the esotericness of itself, because there's so many people that just think of themselves as a fleshly being. When you talk to them, it's hard to like for them to comprehend. And it's like, you know, you have to kind of, you feel like, you know, you get the vibe like you have to knock it into their head. But I ain't finna do all that. Why waste my energy? I can just tell you, I can give you the reference when the information is. Oh yeah, I found it. Oh yeah. Haha. Told you guys. I told y'all. My last video I said it. I said, look, I might not know this stuff like off the top of my head. I'm just talking about the psych because I ain't gonna lie, I know a lot of Bible scriptures. But I don't know this stuff out the top of my head. But if I know that it's in there, I can go pull it up right here. This is chapter. Nah, this is our yeah. This is the our authority. And this is the what did this say this was? It's our authority though. What is it? This they call this. I read this. Where did I read this at? Yep, I know exactly why I read it. Boom. Boom. Frankie L. Bay Trust Info. That's why I read this at. Right here. Let me see. Bro, this stuff, I'm telling y'all, bro, this stuff is saucy. Remember I said, man, long live Nova Draw Lee, man. I'm putting it in the parentheses on the video. Whatever I title this, I'm putting long live Nova Draw Lee. I'm gonna put his birthday to his past date. Like, for sure, man. Right here. A sealed copy of the Moorish Holy Quran or the Moorish Science Temple of America prepared by the Trust Store, aka or it could be a grantor. Prophet Noble Drawley. And this sealed instrument specifically, chapter 47, what I'm about to read out of, is the actual deed of conveyance. Oh yeah. See this? Watch this video, you can pause. But I just wanted to show this, man. I be putting this stuff together, man. I ain't gonna say I put it together. The universe lead my mind to put this stuff together. Only thing it's about is having reference. All right. Well, chapter 47, verse 15. The time has come when every nation, hey man, the time has come when every nation must worship on its own vine and fig tree, and every tongue must confess his own. You really gotta open your mouth. Stuff is important. Don't tell these people who you are, or how they will know who you are if you don't say anything. Just how it goes. Just how it goes. Like I said, the prophet brought a mean demonstration, man. That's why I say right here, through sin and disobedience, every nation has suffered due to the fact that they honor not the created principles of their forefathers, It said every nation has suffered saving due to the fact that they honor not the created principles of their forefathers. It don't matter if you're an Israelite, an Irishman, if you're Taiwanese, a Taiwanesian, let's say that, Astron, or whatever. It doesn't matter what you is. If you're a Britishman, Englishman, whatever the case may be, we ain't gonna speak on them, but still though, because our ancestors was there too. But any of that, any nation that ever fails because they just stay according with the principles of God, Every nation that gets created has to base everything for universal principles, and the laws have to line in correlation with God's law. God's law is supreme law. It's over everything. Period. Not giving nobody any ideas. Don't go out doing any stupid shit. Just saying, because I never know. I might get a nutcase that might watch this video 5 years later or something. I might blow up or something like that. There's people who gotten in trouble, got serious charges, and got off from just like quoting Bible verses. Court can't continue with that, but everybody just know this stuff. But anyway, that is why the nationality of the Moors took away from them in 1774. And the word Negro, black, and color was given to the Asiatics of America who were Moorish descent because they honored not the principles of their forefathers and of their mother and father, and straight after the gods of Europe of whom they knew nothing. So back to the Bible. Matter of fact, I just have to pull my Bible out right in front of y'all. But Bible here. Just a little Bible, just so I can just pull some up whenever I want to. Whoa, where are you? Oh, the tab is down there. Well, I got a Bible. The Bible on here. There go all the Bible here. So I'm like, come on now. Right there in my face. Don't smoke when you do videos. You do what you want really, but I'm just being sarcastic. For people that sit up here and say astrology is not important, you can kiss my ass. I don't care what you're talking about. You get mad. You say what you want to say. But you crazy if you think astrology is not important. But if you ain't got no common sense, when God say, yeah, stop playing. I'm just trying to find it. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide today. Hold on. This thing back okay, from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And for let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven and give light upon the earth. And it was so God made two great lights. Greater light to rule the day, and lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So for you religious people, I'm talking about religious Christians. I ain't talking about people who consciously know what's going down to astrology. You religious folks that say, oh, astrology is the devil. How the fuck is astrology the devil? And right here it said, your God made the stars. Make it make sense. All right? Make it make sense. A crystal can have 12 different cuts, and through each cut and view, each has a different perspective, but it still makes sense and it's true, no matter what it is. So, yeah, man. But right here in the Bible, we'll go back to it. Speaking on how the Bible is like a trust, it say right here, it say, God said, let us make man, let us. Is that the Anunnaki? Is that like the book of Enki? Could you read the Holy Tablets or could you read the Emerald Tablets and correlate that this is what they was talking about? We're not going to get so deep into that. But anyway, God said, let us make man in our image. And after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and the cattle and all over the earth and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Sea, air, water, air, earth, land. Said it backwards, but and when I said it backwards, because you know you say C, water, W, air, A, then earth, but you know that's land, L. Then, you know, like I said, I'm just keeping it cool, you know what I'm saying? Making this shit look cool, positive energy shit. With law, all right? And so God created man in his own image, and the image of God he created them, male and female, he created them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, every living thing that move upon the earth. God said, behold, I've gave you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all earth, and every tree in which is the tree of a tree yielding seed. You shall, see, to you it shall be for meat, jackfruit. Got you. Jackfruit is fucking good, man. I go to Afro Bites, man. I get some jackfruit with some coconut rice, black eyed peas stew, and like some Ethiopian cabbage or curry cabbage, like yellow cabbage. Badass, bro. It's badass. All right. Oh, I like that. I like this little Bible right here. It got the little stuff right here. God, corporeal nature to woman, 27 signs, symbolism. I'm gonna have to read into this. But yeah, man, the Bible got some stuff up in here. That was a trust indenture. When God say, I give you this, give you dominion, you know what I'm saying? That's trust. Shout out to David Straight for their interpretation of it. Who else put it like that? David Straight. I know I watched him, but what did Yusuf Hill say it or did I heard Tara say it or somebody? But yeah, like I think about that. But like I say, us being from the ground, you part of nature, right off the rip. Use the scripture for your defense. That's why Prophet told, dun, 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 dun. Bro, I got the right stuff pulled up. Man, we just giving praise to the prophet, man. Just talking about some of the stuff he said, how it's coming true, why it's true. And it just, I just don't never see no flaw in it. I mean, unless, it's just, some of these dirty Moors got hold to some stuff and, reworded it or redid it or something, but I just can't see what a prophet just is never wrong at. I mean, I just can't see where he was wrong at. My bad. Take that back. I can't see where he was wrong at. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. That's some shit. This right here, wow. I'm really trying to pull up that one when he told us don't throw our Bibles away because we're going to use to condemn the Europeans. And this is why you can do that. But you got to put it in that paperwork. Y'all trying to run from it. Y'all be trying to run from learning that paperwork. You ain't gonna learn it. You're not gonna never understand it, bro. Even if you get somebody to do it, bro, you need to like read that document and know what it's talking about from head to toe, knowing what certain terms mean, all that, bro, for yourself. All right. One day, this sister M. Tiggs L of Temple 9 said that the Holy Prophet said, one day you are going to smell the Europeans before you see them in boxcars going back to Europe. FEMA trains are boxcars. That is some deep shit. So they got y'all scary ass thinking y'all finna go back to Africa the whole time. They probably talking about these Euros because they probably finna do a nationality this week. Right here, Sister M. Howard L. Temple number 9 says the prophet told them was, I brought you your nationality, your religion, and title to your vast estate. What do you want me to do? Kill you. Most Moors know about that. Say, bro.
trying not to let it fall.
Nah, I'm just yeah. Get back from the truck. Yeah. Yeah. Going back and I let know it's the demon shit. I'm sitting up here trying to. I know I'm on point. Smoking in out. I'm sitting up here trying to spread this info. People want to come be in the negative side of the E. Just want to send a little slick distraction. Like, get out here making all that noise. You ain't got to be by my truck to do all that. Then what you talking about? See what I'm talking about? But my prophet, man, he brought some sauce. He brought some sauce. Like, say European people gonna have to pay all the work out they did for saying pay and compound the interest. True. Yeah. Yeah. We buy that there right now. Say they gonna try to lock the food up. They trying to shut down certain stores over here in the melanated neighborhoods over here right now. Like right now as we speak, down here in Arkansas, in Little Rock. But yeah, man, I ain't gotta find it. If you know, you know. It says some more. And I'm like, how I get one half of the prophecies if it's like a whole lot. I'm just gonna order the book though off RV Bay. They good for that, having little stuff like that. But say, bro.
I'm about to, man. I'm about to.
Yeah, come on now. All right, okay, okay. Get to it now. Now let know us. Come on now. Whoa, and this right here, I like this. I'm gonna end this off right here. It say, Sister A. Brown and Bro C. Barker Bay. Put them in grand, what they say, Grand Master and Grand. Hmm. What it say? All right. It say, don't let none of these foreign Muslims get up in your rostrum. We are not to allow foreign Muslims, meaning biased Muhammadans, to teach or speak to an audience in our temples. That's deep. Because it's a big confusion between, it ain't no confusion, but we know that them pale Arabs ain't really like, or the pale Muslims ain't like the melanated. But look here, though. This the video. I ain't gonna make it on 720 posting, but it's dead. But it's done. Peace, love, and light to everybody. And I hope y'all enjoy this one. It's long.